Shalom. And I start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to those for let this pushing his truth across the four corners of earth, all faith, truth, and sincerity. Alright, this is the brother Amon Abad from the Birmingham Camp, Alabama G. Mess. I'm going to get the sentence going to just about how the so-called man Esau Edom, man, his unrighteous decrees and laws that, he forced on, other nations, and all these nations are really getting tired of, the ways of Esau Edomites, man, of they laws, they unrighteous laws, man, that don't, it don't help, people, man, it hurts them, especially for the so-called Negro Latino natives, they trying to find ways to keep, the Israelites down, man, the so-called Negro Latino natives down, man, because they know that, we are the chosen people. And like I say, Esau, Edomites, they hate you, so-called Negro Latino natives, Israelites, because of the blessing, because of the blessing that, that we have, coming to us, after this captivity is over with, and these devils is trying to just keep on oppressing us and oppressing the so-called Negro Latino natives and killing, and killing the so-called Negro Latino natives, But like I said, other nations as well are getting tired and upset with this devil, with all his unrighteous laws that they're trying to push and make people do and this and that, You gotta do this, you gotta do that, But thus said the Lord, but the real laws, how things supposed to be governed, is by the ways of the Lord, the Bible, how things really supposed to be set up, But the laws that right now they're set up is by the so-called white man Esau Edomites, the elites of Esau Edom, Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and then David Rockefellers, those that have control, the shadow elite, those are really pulling the strings, telling the president what to do and so forth, it's not necessarily Joe Biden making moves. It's really the elites of Esau Edom telling Joe Biden what to do, and then he just talk his shit with right, sign in law, So, but these devils, man, they gotta go down, man, because like I say, man, they they just messing up everything, man. It's time for them. It's time. It's time we're at the end of their rule. But man, how much more of this bullshit that you gotta deal with these devils and their unrighteous ways, man. It's but like I say, Yahushua, he's gonna come, man, and take this devil out of power soon, man. Soon, But let's get in, I'm getting to Habakkuk 2:4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. So this devil, so-called man Esau Edom, his soul is not upright in him. He's like I say, he's the wicked. He's a lie deceiver. He rape, rob, and murder. He take that's not his, which I'm getting to that. And these devils, man, they don't benefit them, man. But just try to take take what's not theirs, and take a heritage that's not theirs, portraying, especially over in the land of Israel, portraying to be the chosen people, which they not. The people over there in the land of Israel, the gutter rats, them Amalekites over there, Amalek, them devils, they ain't not the real people of the Lord, the real people of the Lord is so-called Negro, Latino, natives, Israelites. We scattered though. We got scattered everywhere. Like I say, you gonna have Israelites looking like other nations, or looking like a so-called white man. Could look like a Edomite so-called white, man, which they put that on this so-called white man, but it could look like an Edomite, but it could be a Jake. You could have a so-called Chinese Moabite, but be a Jake, but bloodline go back to being an Israelite, and so forth, so forth. Like other nations, go they line go back to a so-called Negro or a Latino native, cause we've been scattered, cause Lord Yahshua Lord Yahshua kicked the Israelites, so-called Negro Latino natives out of the land, and scattered us and went into captivity, So like the Israelite man, when he messes with another nation of women, and puts his seed in that woman, and that woman is gonna come out being, whoever that baby come out gonna be an Israelite, that bloodline, So like I say, that baby might come out a little lighter or whatever, but it's still gonna be a Israelite by blood, by bloodline. But but this devil, man, he ain't right, man, But reading Habakkuk 2:4, but the just shall live by faith, So the just shall live by faith, And that's starting with the elect of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Israelites that believe in this truth of the Lord Yahweh Shai, because this devil, so-called white man Esau Edom, man, he ain't right, man, and that's why the elect of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Israelites is crying out to get crying out to the Lord Yahweh Shai, to get this devil out of power, man. Week in and week out, we complain about the ways of this devil, man, and the way how this place is going, how it's being ran, how the people are just out of control. They ain't got no morals, they ain't got nothing to stand by, they ain't got nothing to live by, no standard, That's why the ways of the Lord, the ways of the Lord, it's a standard, it's a way how you supposed to live, and walk in a certain manner, But the so-called white man Esau Edomite, man, he got everybody just do what the hell you want to do. You ain't got to worry about nothing, man. You ain't got to worry about no consequences. Or just got them in a trap. Let's put it like that. Got people in a trick bag. Thinking that that the Lord is all loving. That he no matter what you do, in the end, when you about to die, he gonna forgive you or whatever, but that's not the case, man. You gotta come to the Lord, seek the Lord now, repent now, and come seek the Lord's ways and understanding, and repent from your wicked way, that you was going, the philosophy that you was indulging. Christianity being the top one, because that's a very stronghold, and all these other doctrines, out there, Islam, Muslim and shit like that, that's out there, But like I said, Christianity is definitely the one that, got people just mind going about who the Lord, how the Lord, portraying how the Lord is, but not according to Scripture is a whole different, situation. Understanding of the Lord. That's why the men of Great Millstone, for the Apostle Elder Great Millstone, that's why we give you this truth and understanding, because some you gotta have a group of men that gonna stand up for the truth, man, because there's a whole bunch of lie deception out here. But from there, go to Habakkuk 2:5. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keeper at home, who enlarges his desires of hell, and is as deaf and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations and heap unto him all people. So yeah, so he, so this devil, he transgressed by wine, and that wine like go to a doctrine, understanding, that you you transgress by wine, that understanding, a doctrine, and he's a proud man, and this devil don't keep it at home, he take what's not his, and he can't be satisfied. He just he want more and more. That's why you have these devils. The so-called man Esau Edomites out there. You have Elon Musk, and you got what's his name? Dude that run Amazon. And his name is slipping my mind right now. Jeff Bezos. Slipped my mind. Jeff Bezos trying to go into space. So you got these Edomites trying to, they trying to go into Mars and try to get other planets and all that. They not gonna get, man. These devils out they mind. They really trying to just get that. They want their birthright so bad back. Their blessing that their forefather gave away Esau. But they can't get it back, man. It's already set in stone. But then why these devils, they trying to kill you so-called Negro, Latino natives off, man. And they don't want you to know who you really are, who your power is, and to call upon the name. So like I said, if all Israel call upon the name, Lord will come back and he'll take these devils out of the way, man, and deliver Israel, and Israel, being in a right state of spirit, in the right spirit, man, and praising the Lord and so forth, man, giving all praise to the Lord, and we'll be safe and be in peace, and no more got to deal with this devil grievous ways, man. Pain, you gotta pay bills, and you gotta deal with these crazy laws, and you gotta deal with these homosexuals out here trying to talk to you, and you want to say, man, get out of my face, you want to, like, man, why is you why is you trying to get at me? What, because because like I said, you motherfucker out here bold now, so you really want to fight and kill, but you can't do that in this society, man, because of the so-called man Esau Edomites, being in a power right now. But they're gonna get taken out soon, So Habakkuk 2 and 6 shall not all these. Matter of fact, before I read and go to that one, go to Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe to him that decree unrighteous decrees, and the right grievousness which they have prescribed. So yeah, woe, So woe means destruction. So destruction unto these so-called man Esau Edomites, these the least of Esau, so forth, that decree these unrighteous decrees that they put out these laws and telling you what to do, and if you don't do this, we're gonna take what you got, or they put out sanctions, and all these other nations, and these other nations getting tired of Esau Edomites bullshit, man. Especially America, But in general, man, Esau Edomites just gotta go. These devils just gotta get out of power, man, because they ways are grievous, man. It ain't right, But I hate to say it, you gotta deal with it, because they in power. Not necessarily you don't want to deal with it, but you subject to this shit, man. Until the Lord Yahushua returns. The powers of heaven and earth to take these devil out of power, man. Because like I say, the brothers, the men that's in the truth, that believe that, we don't want to goddamn be under subjection to the ways of this so-called man Esau Edomites, what they pushed out on the media, and so forth, man. We don't agree with what these devils push, their unrighteous ways and decrees, laws, We hate this shit, man. Men of the Lord, the real men of the Lord hate this shit and want to see this shit be taken out of the way. We getting tired of these proud people out here just thinking they got it all figured out, know it all, and this and that. Hell no shit, man. I said, a lot of these Americans out here are really stupid. Really on down. They just go by day to day, just same routine or whatever. Eat, sleep, have sex, and and nothing else. They don't look into understanding about what's really going on around them. They just keep on listening to what the media tell them. Joe Biden, whatever, hey, just take the jab, go ahead, go to the nearest center or whatever near you and take that jab and see what happens to you. Basically, and these people following along with it, man. And then you wonder why motherfuckers dropping dead or having side effects or whatever it may be, man. So they trusting what so-called man Esau Edom tells them, and especially so-called Negro Latino natives, man, and the nigger woman, man. Man, Just like I said, man, all this just gotta go, man. But on this verse, Isaiah 10:2, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right, the poor of my people. So these devils doing they they turn aside the needy, man, and they take the right, they take the right from the poor of my people. So-called Negro, Latino, and Native Israelites, we don't have a lot, man. We poor, we're really poor. Like we don't have a lot of resources, to establish ourselves, to to pass down to our younger ones, to so they can have something, to pass down as well, to have understanding how to do certain things like that, knowledge, understanding, for like trying to make have I won't say understanding of wealth, but these so-called man Esau Edom don't want you to have that. They want to take that from you, and like I say, they reading on Isaiah 10:2, that widows may be they prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. So yeah, and like I say, a lot of Israelite men in this society, they get trapped up in the ways of the so-called man Esau Edomites. It's a setup, and this system is set up for Israelite men to fall, man. You can scratch and claw, and you can try to be upstanding guy as best you can, but then it's always these devils will find a way to just something happen to it, they just pull you back down, man. Or you gotta go, go to jail for something or whatever it may be. Tax invasion, tax or something, you may also you go to jail for something. The devils do whatever, and then like I say, they push this, BS of what the so-called Negro, Latino, Native man should be, how they should act, whatever, like that, act with no type of responsibility, and just be out here wilding, they portray that as well, and that's where you get a lot of fatherless homes, a lot of single mothers, and a lot of these mothers, they work 2 or 3 jobs, they can't look out for the kids, or teach them nothing because they always working, and that leads to the kids growing up without a father, no understanding how to I don't say how to I don't have a word on my tongue, but how to move, in society, how to deal, how to deal amongst, people, instead of just wilding out, getting emotional. They let a lot of men let their emotions get the best of them. And I said before I came to this truth, I had a lot of anger problems myself and all that. I had to let my emotions get the best of me at times, and it'd get me in trouble. But like coming to this truth, it kind of is shit. I calmed down more, and just being more, humble, in spirit, as I say, just observe everything spiritually, and not being carnal about certain situations. But like I said, a lot of Israelite men, they get carnal, they get, like I said, get emotional about whatever it may be. Somebody said something to them, or you step on their shoes, or whatever it may be, something small that if they would have handled it a different way, they wouldn't be in jail or dead. And like I say, you have a lot of fatherless, a lot of children with no fathers, because like how the system just got Jake just to fall and set up to fall. It's designed for so-called Negro, Latino, natives not to make it here, man. You might have some that do, but not all Israel benefit from this society, man. A lot of Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino, native men are locked up or dead, man. And like I said, you had children growing up, and they all be all just wild bulls. And the scripture say, wild bulls and just wilding out, man, not giving a damn. Don't have no type of respect amongst each other, But hey, like I say, it's the curses but Deuteronomy 28, but at the same time, it's because Esau Edom, so-called man Esau Edom, he's a curse as well. He's the one that bringing these laws and these unrighteous laws down and have this system set up, for Jake to, to not make it, and fall, and fall into just really death, man, and not really cleave on to real life and understanding, But like I said, only elect them so-called Negro Latinos gonna cleave onto the knowledge and understanding of the Lord and and continue to believe in unto the end. And like I said, hopefully I'm part of the righteous number, but I ain't gonna make this too long. So I'm gonna go back. Habakkuk 2:6. Shall not all these take up a proverb against him, and a taunted proverb against him, and say, woe to him that creaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that laid himself with thick clay. So yeah. Woe to him that creaseth which is not his, man. So this devil, he takes what's not his, man. But like I say, eventually this devil's gonna, be taken out of the way, man. He goes around portraying he be this and be that, but not portraying to what he really is, what these devils are really is. You are the Edomites, man. You are the nation of Edom, the red nation, red people. You are the deceiver. You deceived and raped, robbed, and took what you want. You don't have no real benefit for the earth or to the people, man, but just take and tear down. You don't build up, you take and tear down and oppress. You might seem to come out generous, but really you just back in your mind, you just trying to find a way to gain more out of people, than to really try to help and benefit people, and try to benefit the earth. Cause like I said, this devil chopping down so many trees and got the water polluted, man. He ain't thinking about that. The animals getting tired of this devil, And that's why the so-called Negro Latinos really need to be empowered. But like I say, everything is will and timing of the Lord. So, but like I said, that's the next rulers of the earth. And and it's gonna be a benefit for the nation of Israel, so-called Negro Latinos, and to the other nations as well, because right now it's not a benefit to the other nations because of the devil, so-called man Esau Edomite in power, and to the so-called Negro Latino Israelites, because you got this so-called white man Esau Edomites, these wicked devils, the elites, in power, and they just get everything messed up and upside down, out of order. So with that, I didn't want to make this too long. We'll finish it off. We're going back to Habakkuk 2:6 to read the last part. How long and to him that laid himself with that clay. So I say, the clay going to debt. So this devil, is in a lot of debt, man. They owe a lot, man. This devil owe a lot, especially what they did to so-called Negro Latino Native Israelites. They definitely owe a lot, man. They gonna pay for it. They definitely gonna pay. They're not gonna get away. This place America, Babylon Great, his Edomite so-called man Esau Edomite's kingdom is gonna be eventually destroyed, and these devils gonna be taken out of power soon when Lord Yahushua returns. So with that, I didn't want to make this too long. So again, I like you all praise and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua by Hashem, Kakadash, to the apostle elders, to the sister, brothers, to the few Aqua sisters, to do listen, keep the faith in Yahushua, keep finding that say shalom.